Hey everybody, it's Wednesday, time for Wisdom Wednesday. Hope everybody's doing well. Going to continue today talking about another amino acid. We've talked about a couple and just wanted to add another one to the list in terms of amino acids that might be beneficial from a longevity standpoint and from a health standpoint, in ways that we can use this particular one. This is the smallest amino acid. Now, there are about 20 amino acids, 9 of which are considered essential and 11 of which are non-essential. Glycine, which we're going to talk about today, is the smallest amino acid. It is non-essential in that we can make it, but it's really challenging as we age to make enough. So it's important that we get that through our diet. And one of the best ways to get that is through meat sources, but particularly bone broth sources, because it's a vital amino acid in collagen and also in gelatin, and both of which can be really helpful in terms of slowing aging, particularly in our joints and in our cartilages. So let's talk a little bit about glycine. It's a very small amino acid. It is part of the amino acids making up glutathione, which is our master antioxidant, collagen. So with glutathione, cysteine, and glutamic acid and glycine are building blocks for glutathione, our master antioxidant. As far as collagen is concerned, it's glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. So these amino acids come together and make up quite a bit of the structural part of our body, which holds us together, and then the immune system and antioxidant system. So glycine can be very powerful in a lot of ways. It can promote muscle growth because it's used in the biosynthesis of creatine, and creatine helps to repair and regrow strong muscles. It's very important, like I said, for collagen. If you want to get the best opportunity to get glycine in that form, you want to make your own bone broth. It's quite powerful there, but you also can get it in any animal proteins. When we used to eat sort of nose to tail and eat organs and eat all the skin and all the cartilage and the different types of sinewy tissue in addition to the meat, we were getting lots and lots of glycine. But that can be really helpful in terms of making collagen, which supports not only our joints and cartilage, but also skin. It's very powerful and helpful for skin. It helps to line our digestive tract and is very powerful for helping to heal ulcers, as well as for a lot of inflammatory bowel diseases. People that have inflammatory bowel, ulcerative colitis, SIBO, these types of things glycine can be helpful and slow progression, or just use as a tool to help with a lot of the symptoms that occur with those. It can also help with the immune system. It slows down a lot of the inflammatory markers, the IL-6, the NF-kappa B, a lot of those inflammatory markers. Glycine can help reduce inflammation and therefore lower a lot of the inflammatory diseases that we see as we age. And lowering inflammation is always going to be beneficial to help us create better health. It also, because of that lowering inflammatory components, it helps to calm the brain. It helps with electrolyte balance in the brain, and because it's such a small amino acid, it can cross into the blood-brain barrier and really kind of regulate impulses in the nerve. It's been shown that it can be helpful in a lot of mental illnesses, particularly schizophrenia and depression. And so this tiny little amino acid has great powers in that area. And it also has been shown and is used for helping folks get better and improved sleep. So how do we do this? It's been in a lot of supplements, but in helping with sleep, you need about 3 grams, and you just take it before bedtime. It kind of helps regulate blood sugars, but also helps with fatigue because you're getting more deep, restful sleep. And it's thought that we can get quite a bit in our diet, and we can make it, but we do need to, as we age, supplement more. And there are powders out there, and you can just scoop it in. It's got a tiny bit of a sweet taste, so you can use it in your food and in your eating. You can also just slip it into water and drink it. A lot of nighttime preparations have these 2 to 3 grams of glycine in it, and you can just purchase it in a bag and just use it in different shapes and forms in terms of just how you want to go about your day. A lot of people will put a little bit in coffee. You can, as I said, just put it in water and drink it, but sprinkling it on different things and getting that glycine in, throw it into shakes, however you choose to do it. But somewhere between maybe 15 and 20 grams a day can be very beneficial for all of these things: muscle tone and improvement in muscle strength and repair of muscle, digestion, sleep, nerve, depression. These things can all be benefited with adding more glycine to the diet, in terms of whether you get it in a food product, which is great, but sometimes it's hard to get enough of that, so you can get the supplements and take supplements. So another wonderful amino acid that continues to show, and research is abounding now, particularly a lot of these amino acids, but we've looked at L-theanine, we've looked at glycine, and I think there's just so much benefit to what we can do with just these simple substances to help slow the progression of aging, improve just the quality of our life while we're here by optimizing sleep and minimizing discomfort and painful joints, etc. So hopefully that's given you a little more insight, and if you need to look into that further, you might just read a little bit about that. There's all kinds of data on the internet to read about glycine and understanding how it can be beneficial to you. You all have a great week. We'll talk again next week.